Well, here we are again, back on the Fn. So I sprayed this arch. Looks pretty decent, to be honest. Colour match paint. It looks alright, I'm happy with that. Put a light on it. So I sprayed all inside of this arch, went up, chased the rust back, and then sprayed all this as well, all up here. So that's in matte black paint. I still need to take all this off and do all this back here, so that can be done at another time, but for now, just because I've done all this, I can stone chip all this edge, and then that's that out of the way, and then we've got some of it done. And I cleaned up this whole pinch weld on the sill all the way down, and it's been treated, zinc primered, matte black painted, and then stone chip. So this is the stone chip finish. I'll put a couple more layers on, but it's pretty fucking nice. And same with under here, you can see the sill looks very nice, all clean back. There we go, cover the light from outside, but all clean back, all painted, exactly the same treatment as the sills and every bit of metal. And then I'm putting the grey in up here because I got given, well, I say I got given, I bought some black stone chip from a company and they sent grey, and it is literally almost the same colour as this. So even though that's primer there, it's all primer actually. It's basically the same colour as this, as you can see. So that there versus that up there, it's pretty much spot on. So I'm just gonna, you can see where I've lined it, just using a piece of card, holding it up and holding a piece of card up to there and then spraying it. So I'm going to do all these inner bits in the grey, and then any of these lower bits in the black, so it'll look very nice. Just got this back bit to do here, got a little bit up here to do, and that's this side practically done. What we're going to do is retake the back axle off, get back underneath, do the little bit of welding I need to do in the boot, because there's two little bits in this corner, and then there's two little bits in the actual, in the, like the front of the wheel well in the back, you know, where you put your spare tyre. So just where this cable goes through, basically, two little patches there. And then I'm just gonna clean all this up and then spray all this, do exactly the same to the other side, and then we'll be on with doing the other side. So enough jibber jabber, let me just get this going, and I'll update you in a minute. I've got the rear bumper off and the rear axle because I wanted to redo the boot floor, and the boot floor was getting a little bit crusty, nothing crazy, but you can see it looks really nice now. And then I'm just working my way forward slowly. You can see this is the original undercoat, where I've just took it back to where it was rusting. If your original undercoat is still good, don't mess with it, because you just create another problem later on. So boom, that looks all good and nice, very happy with that. All this edge is sealed now, so we'll have none of that crap going on. This bit in this corner's all done. We've still got a little bit to do in this other corner. As you can see, she's a bit crusty up there, nothing crazy, but we've got a hole that I poked in. I've already built that piece. So as you can see, there's that bit. There's the bit that I made for it. Bent it up, hammered it, shrunk the corner back as best as I could. And that's going to fit in there nicely once that's all cut out, if my camera wants to focus. Yeah, so that's going to fit in there nicely. And there's a couple of little pinholes here, but I'll just strip that out, take it back, and then just cut this whole bit out and put another bit in. But other than that, it just needs the bottom side cleaning up. And then we've got this. Yeah, there's a few little holes. There, that's a better look, you can see. So this is a hanger on the other side, and I just used a step drill to drill it off. It's like a mounting for a heat shield, but you can see I've scored around it. I've bent the two little edges in, so that fits on there nicely. So when that's cut out, that should fit in nicely. I'm not too bothered about it looking factory fresh, because it's just your boot floor at the end of the day, in it really. And there's a little hole I poked here, so I'll just weld that up. So yeah, so that's, and then that's the whole back end done. Everything's done then. I'll put a bit of stone chip on there and a bit in these corners here, just to make sure everything's nice. But yeah, so we're not far off now. Right, second patch made. I didn't think I needed to do this side, but I got a little bit overzealous and just started stabbing. And as you can see, that happened. So we got the second patch ready to go in. Fits nice, made it long so I can trim it off when it's in. And yeah, be good. I've just got to put this little divot in it down here, and then that's it. That's good to be chopping that out and then welding it in. On the other side I welded this little hole up here because there's no point in it being there. The little rubber insert that goes there covers all this, rots it all out, so I've got no use to it. So I'm gonna grind it back, clean it up, and weld it. So yeah, and then put this in and we good. Look nice when it's in place, that. Whoa. Right, bit of zinc primer on that panel. Looking good. Okay, here's that rotten bit that I chopped out. You can see that bottom lip is completely gone. It's not too bad up the top there, but you can see where I poked it through. It's all still solid, this. Most people would have been perfectly fine, but I got a little bit carried away and just started stabbing, and this is what I do anyway. So hey, well, if you look here, you can see here's that skin. So basically that skin is spot welded in there, and then it comes out and goes around here, and it's actually this panel, and then they just seam sealer down it. So we can weld straight to that, which is good. The new patch panel here just needs a little trim out the top, and it'll be perfect, just a little bit off this edge, and it'll fit nice. But as you can see in that sill looks good. I'm just going to get wire wheel in there as best as I can, give it a clean up, treat and a zinc prime, and we should be good. Right, there's that patch panel in place. So as you can see down here, it fits perfectly flush against that cut. So what I'm going to do is just trim off the patch panel just a little bit off this edge, just to get it to fit a bit nicer, and then that should fit in there lovely, and we'll be able to weld it to the proper skin and it'll all be good. I'm not going to bother drilling this hole that's there because I haven't at the other side, so we'll just keep it all nice. I'm going to weld this hole up here as well because that's irrelevant now, it's just going to collect water and crap. So, and as you can see, this is the other side that's finished, and I've welded that up. I might grind it back, but at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. So yeah, it'll all look nice that when it's done like that, both sides. Bit of seam sealer down, treatment and whatnot, and you're good, and it looks spot on, and then I can get on with the rest. Right, there's it reshaped a bit. So we trimmed a little bit off this top here, we trimmed a bit out of here. Fits really nice and flush there. This, when it's pushed in, fits all nice and flush here. Fits nice and flush down there at the bottom. And then once I've welded this bottom bit in, we can give this lip a tap down, and we can tap this out and manipulate it all the way to this edge and get it to fit real nice. Same here as well, and it'll fit really nice and look good. And then all we have to do is trim the excess off. Done. Job's a good one. Very happy. Right, there you go guys, managed to get that welded in, welded across this top bit, beautiful, and then down this seam here, absolutely perfect. If it keeps focusing on that, I'll bring that back. And then we got to this bottom bit, and I was just welding down here, it was fine, and then I started to weld the clean metal to this bit of crusty metal really. I cleaned it up down at the bottom, but it started to blow through up here, and I wasn't even welding there, it just like popped through, and then I poked it and it went through. So what I did was I got the filed it all back to clean metal, and then got a little piece of metal, put like a U in it, just so we could slot it in that gap, and then I could weld it to this side, and then obviously weld it at the top and down the sides and the bottom, and that welded in nice. But yeah, it welded really decently, to be honest. It wasn't really too much of an arse, it was just that bit, and then this bit as well. So this metal's, well, it's not really thin, but the bit that I had cut it at was a bit thinner than I thought it was. So when I started welding it, I had to start on the clean metal and quickly branch it over to the other side. Just quick, until you get it to stick, and then you work your way to the nice metal, and then you can put a few more tacks, you know, just making it solid once you find the clean metal. But that'll all clean up really nice and it'll look brilliant. And then I'm just going to drill a couple of holes. I should have done it first really, but I just got carried away. A couple of holes down here just to do a couple of spot welds, and then it'll look all nice once it's cleaned up. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. Right then, so that's it all ground back. It's all nice and smooth. Very happy with it. No point grinding this bit back because we seam seal down there, so it's going to get a coat of some zinc primer now, and then we'll let that set up overnight. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's come out cushy, you know, solid. Just have to drill a couple of holes in the side here to do some spot welds, and yeah, we should be good. I'll weld this up tomorrow probably, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, very happy with it. Right, that's that done. All welded in, all seam sealed, primed, ready for some stone chips. That looks really nice, just like the other side, spot on. Just need to weld that little hole up there and we're good. And like normal, my ADHD plagues me, and I had to tear off the old sun strip because it was all wrinkled and looked cack, and it shrunk. Put a freshie on. Luckily, when I bought the car, I got the same stuff that my mate made his with, so we had one mistake, but she looks nice and fresh now. I'll put a picture in if I can find one of how knackered the old one was, and I'm sure we'll get into some more ADHD stuff because I just can't help it. Wish I could just do one job at once, but I just have to do as many jobs as I find necessary for some unknown reason. It's really annoying, but anyway. Spray the spoiler because it was covered in like what I can only assume is like chemical pop, or is it called something like chemical pop? But the colour's nice, you can see like the waviness, and then there's a big blister here. Don't know if you can, there it is. See the blister, but it's come out pretty nice, to be honest. It's a much better finish than it was, but you can see some of the chemical pop on the, you see what I mean? Like, it was just covered in blisters, but it's actually come out really decent, so I'm very happy with that, and the colour looks beautiful as well. So when that's polished up, it'll look really nice, so I'm happy with that. Right, let's have a quick little polish. There's the blade of the wing back on. Not the best finish in paint, but it's super nice and shiny and looks good, so looks a million times better than what it did with all the blisters all over it and chemical pop and whatnot. Let's have a look under here. Yeah, looks much better. Guy, it was shocking before. I wish I took a video of it before, but yeah, much better. Nice shine on it. I'm not going to complain at that. But for rattle cans, in a dusty garage, didn't do a bad job. And then once all these are polished up, it'll match it perfectly. Because these are all, look at that, got all swells in it. And obviously it's grafted from being in here, but the whole car's covered in swells, but we'll sort all that out. And she'll look sweet as a nut. Slowly we're getting there. And hopefully in a month or so, she'll be back on the road, you know, blasting down the B roads, and then I'll have all that room back, because I'm kind of sick of tripping over stuff going down there, and everything's covered over with sheets, and it's starting to get really annoying. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, and there's plenty more to come, let's put it that way. Cheers, guys.